Are you bored with talent shows, dance shows, all the same old cop shows?
I was watching some talent show for impersonators and I was hit with an idea. How you doing?
Hey, Howard.
Stern, how you doing?
Howard Stern, ladies and gentlemen.
Stewart, what's wrong?
It's Marie, the Reba McEntire impersonator.
Yeah, I've seen her. She's good.
Her phone's disconnected.
Listen, it was a nice program last night, but my partner wasn't that impressed with it. We're going to let it go for right now, but you never know what might happen somewhere down the line.
I don't like it.
What's not to like? He's got an idea, he's got the look, he's gonna get ads. What's not to like?
Everything's gonna be okay.
So come on down to Rusty's Restaurant,
where you can eat like a king.
All right.
Now,
being recorded.
What's that?
Yep, watch out.
Yeah.
yep.
It's not streaming. I record and then like if you say anything that you
Yeah.
want to
He'll
remove
Yeah.
later,
edit
or
it
whatever,
for you
That's
if you-
fine.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, we're very.
We are,
2.
we are generally family friendly, but our two nephews who are 16 and 13 do listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
So, but
right.
they also know that people curse.
Yeah,
I know that you don't
they're
curse.
clever
You-
little fuckers.
Yeah,
Oh, you don't curse, okay.
yeah, he doesn't curse.
And I shan't any longer.
FCC and all
I
that.
can't. I'm on the radio. I got a reputation to worry about here.
Understood.
Right.
Yeah,
And
Now-
the FCC. Yeah.
yeah. Our listener doesn't mind if we curse. Welcome, listeners, to YUH with Lisa, Phil, and Aaron. This week we're talking to Stewart Brodian. He's a Howard Stern
Hey, now,
impersonator. He's a radio personality. He's had his own talk show. What else?
Musician, composer, recording artist, world traveler.
Say
I
acting.
do so much I can't keep track of it.
Yeah. So a man of all
Oh, yes,
seasons.
published book author and public speaker.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
cool.
So it's great to have you on.
Renaissance.
Pleasure to be here.
Mhm,
We did a
Oh,
crash
big
course.
questions. What's I going to talk about?
mhm.
Well, we generally have a discussion.
What do you want to talk about?
We have some notes and things we wanted to touch on, but generally we just like to have a discussion with a friend.
Philip wanted a podcast, and so he named it after kind of me in a way, because I say I in fact responded to our marital vows with So, and that made us both laugh, and so we're laughing as he's talking about how serious marital vows are. So it was just but yeah, I have a tendency to say instead of yes. Just and
Let's try it
so,
again. Do you
I
take
said-
this man to be a lawfully wedded husband? Good enough for me.
What is it?
The double
Yeah, so-
affirmative.
We wanted the podcast to just basically be kind of like almost like a conversation in our living room.
Yeah.
I mean, we do
Gotcha.
have some stuff that we do that has more of a format. Like, for instance, something you might enjoy would be Aaron's
Be fair.
audio edibles.
One side of the conversation is in your living room.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
One part.
So we just wanted to be like you came over to the house and we're just kind of hanging.
Gotcha.
You might enjoy Aaron's audio edibles. Aaron, if you want to explain the rules to Aaron's audio edibles.
That's when I make Phil listen to an album he's never heard before, and we do a track by track deep dive, and we usually rank the tracks and determine the banger on a special scoring system based on rotisserie baseball.
Right.
So
So it's almost any imaginable album that you could think of, because it's on.
Yeah, and I mean he's heard a lot of songs, but not always albums.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like the
easy
whole
to find.
album.
It's pretty easy to find a qualifying album.
Right.
If it's not by Led Zeppelin, you've got a good shot.
Well, Black Sabbath, or not Black Sabbath, Metallica.
And Black Sabbath.
Or AC/DC.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, we could probably find
Actually,
an AC/DC
you could probably
album.
find an AC/DC album easily.
Yeah, I love AC/DC.
Oh, you've heard all
That was
their
my
albums?
very first concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, heck. Yeah.
But I love the Bon
Now we're
Scott.
getting romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you head into like the a lot of the heavy metal, not so much, but if you head into most other genres,
Blues rock.
like
Maybe.
Jim Croce, we went to Jim Croce. AJ Croce is doing a tour of his father's music, and
Yes,
he's touring across the country doing his and his father's music with a little show to it. And Philip wasn't aware of about, I'd say, what would you say, about 40%?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But Stewart, I feel like I saw you probably in the heyday of your Howard Stern impersonating, because I saw the highlight reel that showed some of your appearances, like on Regis and Kelly.
You look like a celebrity. We're continuing now with some rock rage. Don't you love that? That's true Gelman. Rock rageous. Rock rageous lookalikes. And the first one, of course, is the star of radio, TV, and film, Howard Stern. Take a look. There's the real Howard Stern. Now here's our version of Howard Stern, Stewart Brodian. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's our man.
Very accurate.
There
He's from Eastern Pennsylvania. He's a delivery man. What do people say when they see you? Do they immediately?
They think I'm the real thing. They think I'm really Howard Stern.
You even sound like him a little bit, Stewart.
Who, me?
Yeah. What do you deliver?
Pizza, believe it or not.
You're a pizza delivery man. Okay,
It must be quite a surprise when people see you.
Oh, let me tell you.
You walk in with the pizza, they don't know what to think, huh?
It's either Howard or Joey.
Have you ever met Howard?
Yes, I have met Howard Stern.
And what does he think of you?
He's worried he looks just like me.
Let's do a split screen
Let's
here.
split the screen and take a look at Howard and Stewart. And there they are. Yeah, good look-alike right there. All right, thank you, Stewart.
And Howard's show itself, and some like New York or news broadcasts and stuff where you went portraying him. So I wonder, how did you, aside from the physical resemblance, and you're very tall, like he is, how did you get into that?
It all started basically people telling me I looked like the guy, so I just started joking around, maybe showing up like in the crowd at some club where a band is playing. And eventually somebody invited me to portray Howard Stern in a TV commercial over in New Jersey, which I did. It was for an electronics store, Quality Electronics in Lyndhurst, New Jersey, which I don't think is there anymore, but it was like for a place that repairs, turntables, VCRs. Well, now you know how old that commercial is. But
They still exist. They've actually, had a resurgence.
Not VCRs
Sure.
so much.
But
No.
that's where it started. And then locally at a local mall, the Phillipsburg Mall, they had auditions for, instead of David Letterman's stupid pet tricks, it was stupid human tricks. So I decided to go down and audition as Howard Stern impersonator. Letterman's people didn't pick me up for their show. However, somebody from the Ricky Lake show was there, and they contacted me
We
through
saw that.
Letterman's people. So I was on Ricky Lake.
Let's go backstage to our special correspondent and find out what else is coming up next.
Thanks, Ricky. Next. This woman thinks she's dancing with Tina Turner. What will she say when she finds out her private dancing isn't really Tina? The joke's on her.
Yikes. Let's go backstage and find out what is coming up next.
Next, we'll meet Brandy and Mariah Carey wannabes. Their friends and family are convinced that they've fallen off the celebrity rockers, but we'll meet them and try to transform them next.
All right, what do you say we go backstage and check out Howie and find out what's coming up next?
Next, it's the Dynamic Divas as we see brand new Brandy and a miraculous Mariah. Wait till we tell two fans that Mariah was nothing more than a miracle, a fake.
And one thing led to another, and then people start networking. There's these agents who deal specifically with celebrity lookalikes and different party companies. The kind that supply you with DJs or moon bounce or specified entertainment, which includes celebrity impersonators like a Marilyn Monroe or an Elvis Presley. They seem to be the most popular. And then came the appearance on the Howard Stern show itself.
A wig, or is that?
This is my real hair.
What unfortunate. My hair's nicer than yours, dude.
Definitely. Of course.
I hope. Good Lord.
Howard, it's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to be here. It's great to finally meet you face to face.
Well, you have on the sunglasses,
yes,
and you have a big
hair.
nose.
And through the internet, people are starting to find me. Stern had a contest with films, like 1-minute films or 2-minute films, and 3 different people hired me to portray him in their films. And then there was the appearance on Regis and Kelly Live, and through agents, I get hired for anything from small private parties to corporate functions.
Yeah,
Cool.
So when you met Howard, did he? Did you have any interaction with him off the air or anything, or did he just kind of usher you into the studio and then you're back out?
Kind of a conveyor belt mentality, but I did shake his hand after we finished the interview, but we didn't really speak.
Yeah. Well, we had a radio personality named Tracy Jones. He was a former baseball player, and I saw him. He has a reputation for picking on people from rural communities. My community named Norwood. He tries big league people and talking about hobnobbing with people that live in Indian Hill, which is like a really affluent area. So he carries on this persona on the air, right? Mm-hmm. So I was at the computer store one time, and I heard he walked into the computer store. He had a laptop he needed repaired, and there was an old couple standing there, and he made great pains to stand there and tell them, "Oh, the whole thing is just an act. The whole thing. I'm very kind. I love animals. And I would never cheat on my wife, and I'm very kind." And I thought that was ironic. I wonder Howard Stern, do you get the impression that he's putting on a persona, or he's really laying it on, or did you get a feeling?
Yeah, which is closer to Howard, the show or the movie?
Well, I was on the radio show, but that went on to his E-Network TV show. In fact, I was on the show on a Tuesday, and his CBS TV show debuted that Saturday night, and they edited me in at the last minute. When I shook his hand, I got the impression that this is a genuine human being. I mean, look, the way he is on the radio, he can't be like that in normal life because you wouldn't get anywhere.
Right. You get punched in the face a lot, probably. But yeah.
And I mean, I'm sorry, but if girls want to come on your show and get naked, that's not your fault.
Yeah, well, that's
that kind of thing.
I like.
And I mean, there's a lot of people. It's like feminism, but you know what? Those girls are on there. They're taking their clothes off. Nobody's ripping their clothes off. They're taking it off.
But I like Howard Stern. What I didn't like so much was like the ambush interviews that Stuttering John would do. Like one time he confronted Ted Williams.
Okay. Congratulations on your illustrious career. Do you know all the words to the national anthem? By any chance, did you ever accidentally fart in the catcher's face? Pardon? By any chance, did you ever accidentally fart in the catcher's face?
Who the hell are you? For John's sake, that kind of damn question. See you later.
I didn't like that because I thought he was really disrespectful to Ted Williams. I didn't like Bob.
That's what his audience likes, but me personally, I'm not into it. Let me tell you something about celebrity lookalikes. The first assumption of a celebrity lookalike is that they've lost connection with reality, and that they're totally obsessed with the celebrity, and that they think they're them or they know that the celebrity's life story. And I'm okay. All rumors are based on some kind of fact. Yes, there are celebrity impersonators who do live up to these stereotypes. Me? Let me be upfront and honest with you.
Just a gig.
I've tried listening to Stern over the years, and I get bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your cup of tea.
I mean, it's not, you say what you want about sexist or disgusting, whatever. I'm just bored with it. That's not the kind of stuff I listen to. But look, the simple fact that I resemble a celebrity has opened a lot of doors of opportunity, and I'd be a fool not to take advantage of the situation. If not, I'd just be another long-haired person with a guitar struggling like the rest of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So what?
And I mean, you could easily be in a Ramones cover band.
Ramones, I hear Joey, I hear Weird Al, I hear Kenny G.
Weird
I mean,
Al.
all the or Zamfir, all the famous long-haired guys.
Yeah.
20 years ago, older women would stroke my hair. Ooh, Michael Bolton hair.
Yeah.
I
I dropped
too big
the Weird
for
Al
Michael
on you.
Bolton.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I'm a major Weird Al fan, partly because I really enjoy his music, but also because we share a birth date.
Oh, all right.
Also,
Well,
Ryan
Sherman and I don't
Reynolds.
share a birthday.
Huh?
I don't share a birthday with anybody famous. I think one of the Beach Boys has the same birthday as me. I'm probably wrong in that, but
When's your birthday?
it's December the 15th.
She's gonna find one for you, but
yeah.
Unfortunately, mine is Trump, so I don't really talk about mine.
My
But,
sister.
hey, some guys get all the luck, huh?
Yeah, right. I did find a.
Let me tell you about it. Let's switch away from Stern for a minute.
Oh,
Let me tell you
and
about a
happy
project.
recent birthday.
Yeah.
Or, I
Who?
mean,
Happy upcoming birthday. 2 weeks
Thank
from
you.
now. 2 weeks from today, as we record.
Whee!
Yeah, let's you want to talk about your music? Or what were you moving into there?
Well, for the last dozen or so years, I'm working on a TV show. I made a pilot episode. I loosely based it in reality. The TV show is about local actor who is a celebrity impersonator, tired of what he sees on television, and goes to his local cable company, his public access company, to pitch a comedy variety show using celebrity impersonators. And you see all the things that he goes through to get a TV show on the air. And in the first episode, it happens.
Yeah,
and,
we watched.
And then I made 2 follow-up episodes, so I have it as one long trilogy of an episode where it gets aired, then rejected. Then one of the other impersonators suggests taking it to his friend's cable station over in Brooklyn. Now, that was the original concept of the displaced Pennsylvanian coping with this new situation in Brooklyn.
What is this, Brooklyn or Beijing?
That was both the comedy and the drama. I since revamped it, and now it simply takes place in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that, and that's
where can anybody watch this?
It's
Well, we
online.
watched-
It's on YouTube.
YouTube.
We watched the pilot on YouTube.
Yeah, we watched the pilot yesterday.
Okay.
Just look
I
up
started a new job
Brodian.
this week. I didn't really do my podcast homework. I apologize.
Yeah, you started a new
Just
job.
look up Brodian, double or Nuttin, Nutin, and you'll just see the original pilot episode.
Right.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was, I like the.
I've aired it internationally. I've had it at film festivals. It's even won an award at a film festival.
And hopefully Phil can link to it in the show notes.
I will do that. Yeah. I like how autobiographical is it? Do you really work in a pizza place that's called a pizza place?
Well, I know since I'm on podcast, I'm supposed to talk about how glorious my life is, but no, I do deliver pizza, but it's called Pizza Hut.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But I thought I loved it when you pick up the phone, like probably 5 times. He said, it's a pizza place.
Hello, it's a pizza place. Can you hold, please? Thank you. Hello, it's a pizza place. Can you hold, please? Thank you. Hello, it's a pizza place. Can you hold, please?
That would be a great name for a pizza place.
Yeah.
There probably is someplace out there. So
Yeah.
But yeah, we enjoyed that. There, the couple of the guys in it. There was a Robert De Niro impersonator, and he was really good. And then there was
Polly Walnuts.
somebody portrayed Polly Walnuts from The Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
And Reba was supposed to show up, but I think we only got a little glimpse of Reba. I almost called her Zeba.
Mm-hmm.
Reba running down the stairs like later in the episode. Like,
yeah. Well, in the revamped version, she has a there you go, Pizza Hut.
Go Master.
In the revamped version, she has a larger role. It's been like over a dozen years since I made the pilot. Unfortunately, Robert De Niro impersonator is no longer with us, so I revamped it and more or less gave her the role of the mentor over my character.
Yeah, he was good. He did a good.
He was.
Rest in peace.
He was excellent. So we have the pilot episode. We have new episodes written, and I'm looking for about $40,000 to make a dozen more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
You heard him, listeners. He'll take some money.
Get a Patreon going or something, maybe.
How many are shot? Just the pilot?
Yeah, so far just the pilot.
Okay.
And we're going to use it as reference when we make the new episodes.
It's a good concept when you think about. I'm assuming as the shows would go on, you'd show them on stage, doing their act and like sort of the backstories, and relationships between.
It's just a typical situation comedy, but yeah, it goes deeper into the characters and such.
Right. Sort of like
There's a new sizzle reel for the new version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I would watch that show.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, there's no curse words in the pilot.
Oh, good.
Everything sells on controversy, and they're always trying to push the envelope. Well, I'm pushing against the envelope. I'm pushing the other direction.
Pushing back.
Yeah. I mean, when I thought of this TV show, there was maybe not just yet, but there were shows like Two Broke Girls or Big Bang Theory, and everybody's tired of all the dirty stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And well, here's the thing. The Two Broke Girls and even 2.5 Men, the first couple of seasons had a sweetness to them. But then the original creator guy, he goes off to do another show and the writers take over and they just go to the base, they go to the lowest common denominator to get the laugh.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
I mean, you can do adult themed stuff without being crude.
Yeah.
I think of Seinfeld. What was the episode? Was it The Bet?
Master of My Domain.
Master of My Domain. Yeah, I don't know if that was the name of the episode, but that whole episode was about, masturbation.
Yeah.
They never said anything.
They never
really said that. They never said anything.
There were still people who complained about it. And I'm like, here's my thing about if you don't like something on TV, click.
Exactly.
But everybody keeps saying there's nothing else to watch. I keep hearing complaints that like you can't do any ethnic humor anymore, and like the dirty stuff is all that's left. No, there's plenty of other stuff. I mean, one of the sight gags in my episode back then when I made the episode, the Osbournes are still on MTV, and there was a famous promo for it where Mr. Osborne is saying to his wife Bubbles, "I can't have Bubbles, I'm the Prince of Darkness."
I love that.
At the end of one of my episodes, you see the Marilyn Monroe impersonator. She's singing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President." You see the bubbles being blown over her like from a bubble machine. But when the camera pulls back, you see the bubbles are being blown by an Ozzy Osbourne impersonator with a little jar full of soap bubbles.
Yep.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Mr. President, happy birthday to you. Thank you ever so. I think you're just
Yep.
Nice.
I mean, it. You know, I'm the Prince of Darkness. Can't blow bubbles. Well, there he is. I mean, there's nothing dirty about it. There's nothing ethnic about it. It's a sight gag, and I mean, I think people forgot how to do sight gags. I mean, I grew up on the old Warner Brothers cartoons, and there's plenty of sight gags in that.
Oh yeah.
What do you like? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Never seen an episode.
Okay, so that's a little old fashioned. You know, it's got some physical comedy and sight
But
gags in it.
It's got some dirty words too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Second thought.
Oh yeah, they curse.
They do curse, but
well, I mean, like,
it's not my type of humor, but then
I love that shit.
Yeah. That's just me.
My whole concept started with a friend asking me to do a Howard Stern thing for his show because he had a cable TV show. He and his friends would put on skits in the backyard, and he would fill the rest of the time with videotapes of his band playing. I do music myself, and I send him videotapes of me playing. And one day he says, "Stewart, you did the Howard Stern thing. When are you going to send me that?" And I never thought of that because most of the stuff was just impromptu or me showing up at parties.
Right.
So since he had a variety show of music and comedy, on some variety shows sometimes they have fake commercials. Now I knew an Elvis impersonator in this area, and I thought, why not just script a fake TV commercial where you see Elvis, the king of rock and roll, sitting next to Howard Stern, king of all media, and in a restaurant commercial they say where you can eat like a king.
Down to Rusty's restaurant.
Where you can
Eat like a king.
Well,
Nice.
I didn't think that was funny enough to stand on its own, so I thought, let me write some lines of dialogue that he and his friends can act out, then bring it up to the commercial and give it some substance. Next thing you know, I had a whole script. But my point is that with the Stern and Elvis sitting next to each other, it's just simple wordplay where you can eat like a king, and you got two people that were known as the king of their genres.
Right.
King of all media and the king of rock and roll. Right.
Yep.
Exactly. I mean, I think people have forgotten how to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I think they've mistaken controversy for comedy. They think comedy is having the audacity to say that, but say something and yet still get past the censor. That's not comedy. That's shock value.
Yeah.
Comedy is actually telling a joke.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: when
Go
people
ahead.
would ask you to do Stern, whether it was an event, a party or whatever, when you would get hired to do it, did they have expectations that you would come on like and do some of the, mimic some of the things he'd do with strippers and stuff like that, and some of the language?
Not so much the strippers, but a lot of times it's like a celebrity roast at the parties, or just to walk around and just make people laugh and just joke around about whatever.
Yeah.
At the corporate functions, there you got to watch your language. There you keep it friendly, but I still make jokes about anything. It depends. Like they'll give me a background on the person who's in charge or whatever, or something. And if there's different
ethnicities, the boss a little bit.
Yeah, if there's different ethnicities in the crowd, like if it's a smaller crowd, like there I can get away with some of the ethnic humor.
Yeah.
But
you don't want to cross the line too much and have it recorded.
I was at a party. It was all Polish people, right? And I repeated a joke that I heard on an old Laugh-In episode where Artie Johnson is dressed like a Russian guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that I repeated the joke. I said, here in America, you take the polls to see who be president. In Russia, we tell the polls who be president. But you do that in a crowd of Polish people, they get the joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I hear comics.
Yeah,
I listen to a lot of podcasts. I hear comics talk about the audience have become really polarized. So I wasn't sure. I knew that the TV show was the pilot was a little bit older. I thought I saw 2007, so I didn't know you were actively. That's good that you're
that you're still working on that.
Still work at that. What are some of the other projects you've like? I know you've done a TV show where you like to highlight independent music or local music.
On my television show, which is seen in several states and overseas, I show independent short films and music videos.
And I think we saw that too.
Yeah, we were looking at some of those.
Yeah. In fact, I was honored. One cable station, a public access station in Cambridge, Massachusetts, they contacted me. I didn't contact them. They contacted me because they were looking for something quirky for their public access channel. I said, yeah. So
cool.
Yeah.
And as far as the TV station over in England, I was checking out different things. I was networking on LinkedIn with different categories, and a new TV station opened up, and they said they're looking for programming. They said they couldn't pay. Well, sure, we all like to get paid, but there's also something called prestige.
Exposure, prestige.
Sure, and
yeah,
I had the privilege of saying that my television show is seen in 2 countries.
Hi everybody, Stewart Brodian here, and welcome to episode 55 of Brodian's Basement.
Well, ain't the kind of guy to cry, Well, ain't the kind of guy to sigh, I'm not the kind of guy to try to cheat or steal or lie. I'm not that kind of guy at all.
Yeah. And if you think about it, a friend asked you to dress as Howard Stern, and now you have a job as Howard Stern impersonator.
Right. Yeah. Well, Lisa,
on occasion,
Lisa held out for $45 an hour for this, but she's worth it. Yeah,
every penny. Money well spent.
Hey, I married a medical records temp, and I scored an IT professional, so I get paid.
Well, see, okay, so we kind of highlight independent artists also. We've had quite a few. I think that's one of the good things about the times in which we live is that there's so many great independent artists that are finding their own ways to the masses, like we had Servon Campbell, we had Ludlow Creek, a lot of great artists we've had on.
And then just so you know, we do have more than one listener. I just always mention our listener. She knows who she is.
Hello, listener.
Say hi, Terry. That's
hi,
who
Terry.
She is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pleasure.
Thank you, actually.
Yeah.
Well, we'll turn her on to your show.
Yep.
But
I think she would.
Yeah. But
let me tell you something about myself. I was taught that you can't get anywhere in this world without a college diploma. Well, all I can say is, considering the fact that I've had my music used in films, I've spoken at seminars, I have an internationally broadcast television show.
Yeah.
I've been on television and movies myself. All I can say is, well, not bad for a college dropout.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm there with you.
I mean, I was advancing past my peers. I would have graduated in '83, but in '82 I put out a record. And never mind bucket list. I had my own goals. I wanted to release a record before I turned 21, and October '82. That's 2 months before I turned 21. So I accomplished it. I put out a record at age 20.
She invited me up one day, invited me for some tea, showed me some sweets, so wasn't that sweet? And this kitten came to me, crawled into my hand, fell asleep as the mother cat watched. Little
Mario.
Awesome.
I would
Wrote
like
the
to
song,
say
played all the
here,
instruments.
I would like to officially say here, thank you, because A, I did not think you were older than me. And you are just a little bit older than me. And I am not the oldest person on the podcast this week.
Yay!
Yay! That is very rare.
In 2 weeks, I
We had
turned
a lot of
62.
30-somethings, okay? I just turned 57 in October.
Did.
So, yeah, I did not think you
That's
were
a-
older than me. I thought you were younger.
So, who are some of your musical influences? I mean, who do you like? We're talking about AC/DC and
Oh, well, let me do this real quick. Okay. I pulled up your birthdays.
Yes.
And you share with somebody named Adrian Brody, whom I can't. Oh, no, I know who that is. Okay. Now, this one
Oscar-winning
you may
actor.
like Alana Haim.
Adrian Brody's a great
Oh,
actor.
from the Hames, the three girls, yeah.
Yeah, the rock musician. And maybe not so much Don Johnson.
Oh, the actor. Okay.
Yeah. Now, those are just the ones I found on that site. You can find more on other sites, but I mean, my big three are Johnny Carson, Weird Al, and Ryan Reynolds.
Who do you share a birthday? I don't think we've ever found out who you share a birthday with.
Here's
What's
Johnny.
your birthday again, Aaron?
September 25th.
Okay.
I share a birthday with both Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Okay.
Yep.
And Barbara Walters.
And Barbara Walters. All right.
Yep.
There's
Nice.
all that. Yeah.
We did add, you did add somebody else to your thing other than Donald Trump.
Yeah, there was somebody. I can't remember
dad.
who it was now.
Huh?
My
Well,
dad.
and Aaron's dad.
Aaron's dad, John. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This was a cool rock star, though. This was like.
Cheryl Teagues. Not bad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Mark Hamill.
Hey.
You're burying the lead.
Still doing
there,
my
dude.
birthdays. I remember
Burying
Mark
the
Hamill's
lead.
one.
Huh?
I remember Mark Hamill. Will Smith too, right?
Man, Michael Madsen, Heather Locklear, Will
Heather
Smith,
Locklear, I
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh.
And that's just the ones that popped. You got Luke Skywalker. And
Yeah,
you
but
buried the lead on that.
I've got a married couple with the same birthday, and they're both on my birthday.
Well, that's true. I'll give you that one. But still, Luke
Anyway.
Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Might be a
I
nerd.
published 2 books.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. What are they called? Where can people find
First
them?
one I put out before I was 50. It was called I'm Not Snooky, or What I Really Think About Society and Why. And
Okay.
it's just me talking about different categories of society and history and such. The newer book, which I put out just before I turned 60, was called Here's the Future You Asked For.
I like that.
I'm Not Snooky came out in when Obama was president. Here's the Future came out when Trump was president. So you'll see 2 different things talked about in both books.
I like that second title. Here's the future you asked for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good title. So it's intriguing. Is it political science? Is it science fiction? Is it what is it exactly?
It's just me, like I said, just making comments on society. In fact, back in '96, I released a spoken word CD called Misplaced Messiah. Same thing, talking about society. I mean, if you're familiar with Jello Biafra's spoken word records or Henry Rollins' spoken word records, it's kind of on the same thing where you just talk about different things. You talk about people and so forth.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm fascinated by that. We know Jello from the Dead Kennedys.
Yeah, that was
Of
in
course.
Aaron's audio audibles.
Yeah.
Phil had never heard fresh fruit for rotting vegetables.
Right.
Yeah, and my
I
brother
have a few
thinks
spoken
he's
word records.
Nice.
and my brother thinks he's Jesus.
Right.
So
Where can we get
relevant
your
in
spoken
many
word?
ways.
What are your spoken word records called, and where can we get them?
My spoken word record is called Misplaced Messiah. It's a CD. I got a few copies here, and I think it's online somewhere, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've lost track over the years.
Trying to promote for you, get you some sales, but
Right.
Thanks.
you can't find it.
Yeah. Well, we'll look it up for you. We'll look it up for you, and
Yeah.
we'll if we find the
We
links.
find it,
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Phil will. Yeah, Phil will
Okay.
probably interject
Tell
to
me
it
that legwork.
and put it link in the show notes.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Let's see.
I wondered about your music, though. I mean, who were some of your? We're always interested in musical influences of our.
Who are
guests.
some of your musical influences? Mhm.
Well, the way I play piano, people say it sounds like 1920s ragtime, which makes sense because
Yeah,
when I was
cool.
a little kid, I liked watching old Charlie Chaplin films whenever they showed it on television, and that was the kind of music that they had in the background.
Yeah, in the silent
Yeah.
films.
Hey,
Yeah.
children are impressionable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
like ragtime stuff.
I grew up
But
on.
I mean, the music I make, people compare to like early Beatles or rockabilly or Bob Dylan or folk or Phil Oakes. I think I might have heard one or two Phil Oakes songs. It's funny, after I recorded my first album, I went back through the records in my collection and like different styles of music, and I hear like, oh, that's where I got the idea for that type of guitar lick and type of thing. You know, Roundabout by Yes, Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Of course, I grew up listening to those kinds of music.
Yeah.
And one of my songs, you hear me go on the piano, which is what you hear after the middle break on Roundabout by Yes. You know, things like that. But yeah, I don't try to imitate these people. I just write as I feel.
Well, not the kind of gotta cry, Well, ain't the kind of gotta sigh, Not the kind of gotta try to cheat or steal or lie. I'm not that kind of guy, so don't waste your precious time. Well, ain't the kind of gotta cry. Ain't no use in telling you why. I'm not the clown. I'm not that kind of guy at all.
Right. Of course. Yeah. It's
I'm going to compare one of my piano pieces to Beethoven.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
And in college, I took appreciating the classics. So,
that's awesome. Yeah, we make very amateurish leaps and connections. Like this sounds like the guitar riff from that song and stuff like that. But each musical composition is unique and.
Aaron's somewhat accepted. He's a little more into it, a little more knowledgeable. He goes way deeper, like he can tell. He can often tell what that instrument is, and yeah.
Okay.
Also, in recent years, I've done some public speaking at seminars. There was a book publishers summit in New York City, and for a few years before the pandemic, I was speaking on a panel of book publishers.
Oh, cool.
And people who just published books would come into the audience, and then hear me and all the other people in the industry, different industries, speak about, like, well, what do people look for in a book, and how do you promote yourself, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what I would do sometimes is, after the lectures, you go out into the auditorium, and each speaker has his own table, and different people come up to you and pitch their book to you for some type of publicity. And I would take my phone, not my camcorder, and I would record my interview with the people at the convention. And so, some people just, they were so glad that they got some kind of publicity out of it. And I'd edit the interviews for my TV show.
Cool.
That's cool.
I am doing for others what I've always wanted done for myself. As an independent artist, you want to get publicity out there, as both a musician and a book publisher. So, I got a radio show, I got a TV show. Send me your music. Send me, something about you that I can talk about on my TV show. It's more than just introducing videos and short films. Sometimes I do interviews on my TV show, or I just do walkarounds at interesting events or museums or what have you.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of the of what we get out of our podcasts. We've got, we're older now, but
and we're not trying to really go anywhere with it.
No, but we have curiosity.
Yeah,
we have a passion for people, for art, creative people especially.
Yeah.
And learning things and keeping fresh and keeping up on things and trying to give people some exposure and stuff along the way. So I kind of understand where you're coming from with
But for
I
ourselves,
don't know if I can do this
is the end
on
goal.
a weekly basis, though. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'd say we do what? I'd say we do at least 4 podcasts a month.
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
more.
easy 4 months, but
easily.
Yeah.
Probably closer to 6.
Mm-hmm. But all right.
Some months more than others.
So as we wind down here, I told you we might have a little game that we play. I'm not sure that you'll dig this or not.
Give it a shot.
It's based on. Do you watch a lot of movies? Are you pretty familiar with the movies?
Not too many.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't I'll be the moderator, and that'll give us 3 contestants that can go through a mini bracket. Our friends, we have friends that have programs that are completely dedicated to brackets. And what it is like a Sweet 16 style way of taking a list of 32 to 54
popularity
movies,
contest
albums.
Among the panelists, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
And these podcasts one's called Mass Debaters. Mass Debaters. You got to be careful the way you say that. One of them is called Bracket Bastards. One of them is called Maniacal Music Musings and the SIP list. So we don't really devote whole shows to this type of thing, but we do a little mini version of it. So I'm gonna read off. I'm gonna have 4 first round square offs of movie titles, total of 8 movies. And I'm gonna have Lisa.
Maybe we should have done this with music.
And these are movies that have since you're Howard Stern impressionist, or is that the word?
Impersonator.
What's
the difference between an impersonator and an impressionist?
Well, you're taking it right out of the game now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm curious too.
Well, fine. Let's
Rich
go to
Little
the game.
was an impressionist. You do different people's voices.
You do the voices and the characteristics.
An impersonator,
You're
someone has to look like the person that they're impersonating.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
That makes sense.
celebrity lookalike. But these are all movies that have somebody's an imposter.
Right.
All right.
So here's the first round. We got the movie Catch Me If You Can versus The Talented Mr. Ripley. And we'll start with Aaron.
I've only seen The Talented Mr. Ripley among those 2, so I'm going to vote for that one.
Okay. Lisa?
I've actually seen Catch Me If You Can and part of The Talented Mr. Ripley. So I'm going to go with Catch Me If You Can because I thought that was really good.
All right, Stewart. If you haven't seen the movies, then you can base it on which has the most cool.
Which has a better title or whatever. Yeah.
But if you do,
Yeah.
Whichever
One has
floats
Tom
your
Hanks
fickle
and
fancy.
one has doesn't Mr. Ripley, who's in that?
Matt Damon.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And Catch Me If You Can has Tom Hanks and the kid that isn't Matt Damon.
Which is literally
That's right, Mr. Ripley.
Mr. Ripley? All right.
Yeah.
So Ripley moves on to the second round. All right. So second contest is Tootsie versus Victor Victoria.
Ooh.
I know, right? Both quality movies, both good acting.
Yeah.
With a celebrity who kind of almost refurbished their career with the movie. So all of these things are.
Yeah.
Who do you say, Elise? Or what do you say?
I've seen Tootsie, and I've seen reviews of incoming attractions for Victor Victoria. Ooh.
Yeah. I've seen both. I really like both, but I might have to go Victor Victoria on this one.
I'm going Tootsie.
Harvey Firestein.
Underrated Bill Murray in performance in Tootsie.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bill Murray was in that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Once again.
I forgot Bill Murray was in it too.
That makes Stewart the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Let's see. In Tootsie, Dustin Hoffman was pretending to be a woman so he can be in a soap opera. And Victor Victoria, what's her name, was a woman
Andrews.
pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman.
Right.
And that's kind of that kind of trumps it for me. Because it's
Victor
a triple
Victoria.
play.
Victor
Yeah.
Victoria?
Victor Victoria moves
Yeah.
on.
All right.
So
All right. So
does it face the winner of the first one, or is there another?
Oh, why'd you put it
there's 4 more movies, 2 more contests here. First round.
Okay.
3,000 Miles to Graceland versus The Usual Suspects.
3,000 Miles.
Me too.
Okay.
Usual
You
Suspects.
cannot beat a movie where Ice-T hangs himself upside down, takes 2 machine guns, and just spins through an entire factory.
Kaiser
You cannot
Soze,
beat
man.
that.
So
Huh?
Kaiser Soze could do that.
Yeah, he could, but did he?
So one,
I don't think so.
one
He
cry
killed
in the
everybody on
wind.
that boat.
Yeah, Kaiser Soze, the inimitable, and somebody wouldn't want to imitate Kevin Spacey. Okay.
That's right.
So okay, the fourth.
Yeah, I bet any Kevin Spacey celebrity lookalikes out there fell on hard times after he
Yes.
All right,
hit a scandal.
That kind of dried up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kevin Spacey.
probably.
Yeah.
Although I'm
next.
sure there are people who want that kind of neg situation still.
Yeah, maybe.
You know.
What's the last matchup?
Last matchup: White Chicks versus Some Like It Hot. And Stewart, go ahead and lead off for us.
Ooh.
White Chicks was that the
I've
Wayans
seen
brothers?
Some Like It Hot.
Yeah.
It's Jack Lemmon and
Walter and
Yeah.
Cary Grant.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
No,
Marilyn
it's
Monroe, of course. Tony Curtis.
Yeah, Tony Curtis.
Right. I'm sorry, Tony Curtis. That's correct.
Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis and Marilyn Monroe.
Right. That's where she stands over the subway grate.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I thought it was. I thought that was
No.
Some Like It Hot.
No, that's no, Some Like It. Yeah,
Gentlemen
Some Like
Prefer
It.
Blondes.
Oh, you know what, hon?
Yeah.
I think that might be the wrong movie title
I don't think so.
for the one you're thinking of.
No.
Okay. Well,
Because it was Aaron's.
7 Year Itch.
Yeah.
7 Year Itch is the one with the movie grate or the subway grate.
Right. I think you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's wearing that white dress
Mhm.
and she's in the apartment and the dude comes in and he's like all, distracted.
Families in.
So Lisa, what's your vote?
Oh, you know what? I'm going White Chicks.
What?
That dance scene
All right, so
Yeah.
Aaron's got to break the tie here.
I've only seen Some Like It Hot.
Okay.
Okay, and
I said Some Like It Hot.
Yeah.
That's what I went with.
Right, Some Like It Hot. Yep, that's the so that's the final.
So round two.
Now, we're down to 4 films now.
Mhm.
And the second
This is the
round.
final 4.
Yeah, the final
The
4.
final 4.
The first matchup is Mr. Ripley versus Victor Victoria, and Lisa, you can lead off.
Victor Victoria.
Okay.
And it gets easier as you go along.
Yeah,
Stewart?
I'd go Victor Victoria too.
Aaron?
Victor Victoria.
Okay, that's
All right,
unanimous.
sweep it.
Okay, and the second matchup
Final
is
2.
3,000 Miles from Graceland versus Some Like It Hot.
Some Like It Hot.
Some Like
Okay.
It Hot.
Because, in my opinion, Some Like It Hot, that movie wasn't trying to prove anything.
Yeah.
No. No, it was just a fun little romantic comedy.
I didn't see 3,000 Miles from Graceland.
And it's the same thing with white chicks. They're not trying to prove anything. They're just kind of having fun.
Well, 3,000 Miles from Graceland is a bunch of gangsters that dress up like Elvis and knock off a casino, and it's got.
Do they all jump out of an airplane?
No, that's Honeymoon in Vegas.
Okay.
Or not
I saw
Honeymoon in Vegas.
I saw the Honeymoon in Vegas one. I didn't see Graceland.
That's got what's her name?
Elizabeth Shue.
No, the one with the chin. Sex in the City?
Reese Witherspoon.
No, Sex in the City. The other chin.
Okay.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker's in it, and yeah, at least 2 different guys are like hot, warm for her form, and they do it's almost a kind of a comedy version of The Proposal thing.
We got the final now, right?
This is the final.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the. This if there was an Academy Award for the greatest impersonator movie of all time, this would be
The greatest impersonator movie among the ones that we thought of to put in here. Scooby-Doo. We almost included Scooby-Doo. I could have made the list.
We could have made that instead of The Usual Suspects because there really isn't an impersonator in that.
Yeah,
Kaiser
Soze.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just a guy pretending not to be himself.
Well, if it's Victor Victoria versus Some Like It Hot, I'll vote for Victor Victoria because that's a harder role playing a person who's playing another person who's playing another person.
Exactly.
Okay, so we got one for Victor Victoria. So Aaron, what do you got?
I'm gonna go Some Like It Hot.
Okay, so
Lisa
that makes
with
it.
the tie.
I'm going Victor Victoria.
All right.
Yeah,
because it is more difficult.
Ooh, yay!
Props
Plus,
to Julie
Harvey
Andrews.
Firestein.
Well, that was our scientific study.
Yeah, of
Look at that.
impersonators.
Yeah, thanks for playing.
I think that the next time we do impersonators,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to watch the some RuPaul with me, hun, so you get a better feel.
Okay. Well,
Right.
we'll talk about it.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna check out your YouTube first episode. What's it called? Something
Thank
or
you.
or Nuttin? What is it?
Look up
Double
Stewart
or
Brodian, Double or Nuttin. N-U-T-I-N.
N-U-T-I-N.
Mhm.
Stewart Brodian. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Stuart,
Is
thanks.
there
Oh, it's
is
our
there
pleasure.
anything else that you want to touch on that we haven't discussed?
Any websites or social media handles you want to share?
About a month ago, all my websites went down. So
Oh, no.
the only place you can find me at the moment is either on LinkedIn or Facebook. Facebook.com/Brodian.
All right.
Okay.
And I hope if I can find someone to help me in a little bit, I'll be able to put Brodian.com back up online.
All right.
All right, Stuart. It's been a pleasure. We really enjoyed talking to you.
We have social.
Twitter,
Yeah, pod.
Instagram,
Yeah, pod.
Facebook.
Yeah, pod. So let us know. Hit us back. Have a great week.